I wish I'd known this about my golf game years ago. Chips like this, right, were just short of the green, were on some tight turf. I used to walk up to them with my bag in front of me and my heart rate just used to go up, up and up. And I get that much anxiety around this chip, I just duff it in front of me. I'm going to show you today exactly how you can get over this and fix it. So I know this is so easy to fix because I've been through this process and it all comes from setup. So I'm going to walk you through my journey of when I started to really struggle with my chipping. I moved that ball back in my stance and shoved my hands really far forward, a little bit like this, okay? Now for a period of time, I did hit some good shots, but, I repeat but, because there was sort of a tipping point where my club just started to dig. I mean, come have a look at that there, right? That's that divot I just took. It's quite steep, isn't it? And what I hate about my chipping now, if I get to here, like this scenario, all that's going to happen is that I dig or try and lift. Hence why I wish I'd known this years ago. Okay, let's just jump in the bunker because it's going to be a bit of a, I hate the analogy of a bingo moment, but it seriously was for me. Now I know this will be new for you, some new information here. Okay, look at that. I'm going to hold my golf club up, and that's where we sort of the scenario we're creating, wasn't it? Hands ahead, club looks square to maybe a little bit closed. But for most of us, that's where we chip from. Now, if we go down to the sand, and I just literally move the club back and through, look how my club digs into that sand, right? Almost comes to a stopping point. And look how deep that divot is. Seriously, seriously deep. So you've got to think, if that's doing that in the sand, when you get on some turf, your club's just going to want to dig. And if you know it's going to dig, you're going to try and scoop it and nip it off the top. Now, when we're chipping, we want to make it as easy as possible. So this is what I wish I'd known. So I have the face now, if I hold that up, just a little bit open. If that was square with no shaft lean, that would I class as a little bit open. Now this is, I mean, in chipping terms, a lifesaver. Have a look at this down at the sand now. Now if I make the same motion as I did before, but with my open face, look at the difference of the divot. My club didn't get caught up. Look at the difference in depth. Here, my club was just digging. Here, my club can now glide. So if you take that scenario onto the grass, this exact same thing will happen. I can't recommend looking at even maybe going back to that bit in the bunker enough. Seeing the difference between the club digging and now the club gliding. Because if we can have the confidence like I've now got, and this is how I'm going to show you how you're going to bring it in, you won't walk up to a chip with all that anxiety. You're sort of not going to say you're going to revel in it, but you'll enjoy hitting that chip. Okay, so you're going to need 3 golf balls for this drill. I've got 3 here. You're going to hit 2 of them one-handed. So, first things first, have a look at this on player cam. I'm going to slightly open the face and then take my hold of the golf club. So, just short of the bottom of the club. I'm then going to hook my left hand or my glove hand around my non-glove hand elbow, just like this. We're going to make a couple of practice swings where we feel and we get that noise, almost like trying to replicate that divot we had in the sand. You're then going to hit one away one-handed. I mean, look at that. Look where that's finished. Now, I'd take that two-handed. That's why I'm saying this new method you're going to use will really, really help you. Okay, go on, trust yourself and hit another one one-handed. But this time, play really close attention on what happens down at the ground. You're not going to see a divot. Have a look at this. This is one-handed. Again, just brushed and bruised off the top. Final one, this is where you're going to take that feeling into an actual shot. You could use those 2 one-handed practice swings as something you could do before a shot in a competition. Get the feeling of the club gliding, walk in, and do the same thing. Get the club gliding. The key here is soften the face, then take your hold and feel as though the bottom of your club is bruising that ground. Just like that. Can't believe how good they finished. The best way I think of thinking about that, imagine the bottom of your club are like the wheels of a plane. Get them to glide and just touch down, not crash land or not abort the landing. Look at these. Thanks for watching, guys, by the way, and don't forget to subscribe for simple tips 5 times a week, and they're only 5 minutes in length.